Hello, my name is Austin Cook in sports law online class here, and I'm doing PNC Arena for my risk management plan. I'll just do a step-by-step approach of running through the game day event and looking at all the steps there. First, we have parking. As you can see around here, PNC has plenty of parking available. It seats about 22,000 people. People show up. They have basketball games here, hockey games for the Carolina Hurricanes, NC State basketball. They have plenty of concerts here throughout the year as well. So there's really a lot that goes on in PNC Arena. These policies and procedures need to be really tight. Can't be different for a Hurricanes game than it is for an NC State basketball game. So back to parking, a lot available. They need to have staff here to make it organized, to direct people that have a parking pass that maybe don't know where to go. A lot of people tend to show up right before the game, so they also need to direct traffic as well, make sure there's no accidents getting in. All of a sudden, if there's one accident, it'll really slow up traffic coming into the game, and some people may be late, may be unhappy. They do have 4 or 5 entrances around here, so that's good if one entrance does get locked up. The second step is, once people are getting in, is security, obviously. They have plenty of doors, plenty of entrances. With all the events that have been happening recently, at concerts and such, it's very important to have good security. They don't want anything dangerous getting in. Even something as little as a pocket knife, they really don't want anything of that nature getting in. And on a smaller scale, they don't want people sneaking in like candy bars or drinks or something like that. They want to be able to make money off food and beverage as well. And it's very important to get people through these lines quick, because like I said, a lot of people, especially for not as big games, they just show up at 6:50, 10 minutes before game time, and really try to get in the game quickly. So the last thing you want to do is stand for line in 15 minutes while they're getting into the game. Once they're in the game or the concert, crowd control is a very big part as well. You don't want somebody running on the basketball court or getting really close to the stage, throwing something at the musician or anything like that, or taunting somebody in the penalty box in hockey. You want to have plenty of security there, direct people to their proper seats, make sure people are sitting in the right spot, make sure fans are agreeing with each other, there's no fighting, anything going on, if somebody's intoxicated or something like that. There's all sorts of things that need to be worried about and managed throughout the games and concerts. So coming back out, obviously if it's a close game or something, traffic's going to be pretty heavy, especially for if State's playing Duke in basketball, State's playing Carolina in basketball, close game. At the end of the game, everybody's going to leave right at once. It's really important to make sure we have staff in the arena at the entrances and at the exits, making sure that people flow out, are able to get to their cars smoothly. Really want to make sure there's not any wrecks at any of the entrances. PNC does a very good job of having 3 or 4 security guards, cops at each entrance. They try to shut down lights, all the nearby lights, and just have cops direct traffic there to try to get everybody out as smoothly and safely as possible. PNC, all in all, PNC does do a very good job. There are a few things that they maybe could get better at. It's just really hard to control 22,000 people if they have a sellout. Thankfully, they don't have to do this very often. But PNC is blessed with a very great. It's not too crowded. They have plenty of space. The only thing is, with the quantity of events, something has to go wrong at some point. Dave Olson, the director, the general manager here, has told us several stories about things that went wrong. Whether it's a technical malfunction or in an event, or a wreck out here that holds up people. They really want to run their operation as tight as possible. The implications of this on the facility are, if somebody's paying for a ticket, they're paying for a really nice parking spot right up here. They want to get their money's worth. They want to have a good time. They don't want any delays in the event. So they could get their money's worth for the ticket, enjoy their time, and have good things to say about it. The last thing PNC Arena wants is somebody to say, "Oh, I have a better experience at the Dean Dome" or something like that. Just this past weekend, PNC did a very good job of handling a health situation in the basketball game. One of the opposing South Carolina State players went into cardiac arrest, and they had the EMS right on cue there. If they weren't ready to respond, the man could have lost his life. But they did a very good job of reviving the guy. We delayed the game. The teams went back into the locker room, and they eventually came out to play. They did a very good job of letting the fans know what was going on. The medical team was there within 30 seconds of the guy's collapse. They did a very good job of handling that situation, and I'm sure that everybody that went to that game or read the article on WRL had some very good things to say about PNC, and it made their public relations look very good. So it's things like that that make them look good. It's things that, you know, maybe it's a slow day getting out after a big game that make them look bad. And I'll go into more detail in my paper about some of these things, but that's the general overview of PNC Arena and my risk management plan.